Learn English Classroom presents Past Simple Tense, Module 3, Lesson 18. Thank you for visiting the Learn English Classroom. I have a special announcement about our new website at the end of this video, so stick around.
Have you played golf lately?
I started to play last weekend, but it rained. I've played a few times before.
I haven't played since last season. My scores were terrible. I wished for rain today, but it didn't happen.
If we want to talk about actions that happened in the past, we use simple past tense. But to be simple past tense, the action must have stopped and finished. You might say, of course it's finished. It was in the past. But in English, there are 12 tenses, 3 main tenses, and each of these also has 4 other tenses. So there are other ways to talk about the past. Today, we focus on simple past tense. We will talk about the past be verbs, regular past action verbs, the 3 sounds of regular past action verbs, and irregular past action verbs. First, let's talk about the be verbs. Is and are, the simple present tense be verbs, become was and were when we talk about the past. The singular pronouns I, he, she, and it use was. The plural pronouns you, we, they use were. Secondly, there are 2 types of past action verbs, regular and irregular. As you can see with the regular past action verbs, the base verb only adds ed. Irregular verbs change their spelling. Here's a quiz. You make regular past simple verbs by A, changing the spelling, B, adding last to the sentence like last week, or C, adding ed. The answer is you make regular past simple verbs by C, adding ed to the base verbs. With regular verbs, the ed on the end of the verb has 3 sounds. Listen to this guy talk about his past actions. See if you hear a difference in the simple past tense ed sounds.
I started to go out the door, but then I paused. I started again and then stopped.
The guy said started with an id sound, paused with a d sound, and stopped with a t sound. So the 3 sounds of ed are id, d, and t. You use the id sound with words ending with a d or t as the last letter. Started, invited, needed. You use the d sound with voiced sounds. Voiced sounds are strong sounds from your throat, tongue, or mouth movement. Paused uses your mouth. Traveled uses your tongue. Lived uses your lips. Words that get the T sound use unvoiced sounds or sounds mostly created by your breath. Stopped uses air over your lips. Reached uses mostly air over your teeth. Worked uses mostly air over the throat. Finally, let's talk about irregular past tense verbs. They function the same, meaning they're still used to talk about actions in the past that have stopped and finished, but they change the spelling of the base word. Here, sing becomes sang. Sit becomes sat. Sleep becomes slept. Here's your next quiz. To make irregular past simple verbs, you A, add ed, B, change the spelling of the word, or C, use words like a day ago, a minute ago. The answer is B. To make irregular past simple verbs, you change the spelling of the word. You've learned a lot today. Simple past tense is used to talk about actions in the past that have stopped and finished. Yesterday, I jumped for joy. The simple past tense be verbs are was and were. Puggo was sad. They were happy. Regular action verbs add ed. He cycled to work yesterday. Irregular action verbs change their spelling. We bought a lot of stuff here. Think about what you did yesterday. Complete the sentences with simple past tense verbs. I got up or woke up, both will work, when the alarm rang. I ate breakfast and then I brushed my teeth. Now pause the video and write 5 sentences about things you did yesterday. Say the sentences out loud. When we use past simple tense, native speakers do not think about all of these rules, and you won't either when you're fluent. But knowing the rules makes learning easier. Look for a link to a free worksheet in the description box below. I will include a list of common, regular, and irregular past tense verbs. I will also include worksheets to practice these rules. Thank you for visiting the Learn English classroom. Here's our big announcement. We just launched our new learnenglish.guru website. So go check it out. You can also scan the QR code to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss the next lesson.